Hello, 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 and welcome to Starting the Day the Right Way 5 Minute Devotion, January 20th, 2021, right? Yeah, just checking out that date. All right, we're going to hop right into it because I had an interesting conversation with my son today. Today was the first time he was back into the school building in over a month. I think the last time he was there was December 16th, right before Christmas. So he was a little nervous last night, so we prayed him up and got him off to school, and I picked him up, and I said, "How's your day, buddy?" And he said, "It was great." And then he went on to tell me everything. And his mouth had gotten into a little trouble last night, and me and mom dealt with it. And I was just talking to him about it, and I said, buddy, I said, you have a very high calling. I started giving him the Superman speech. With great powers comes great responsibility. But I said, listen, you have a high calling on your life. God has something incredible for you. I don't exactly know what it is, but I know it's going to be awesome. And I said, we just really need to watch our mouths. And he's like, what do you mean? And so we went into some examples of, what he had done the night before. And and we just were talking about how we have the power of life and death in our tongues, right? And I'm not going where you think I'm going. But I was just telling him the importance of the words that come out of his mouth and how important it is. And I gave him an example, and maybe you've heard this before, maybe you haven't. And I was like, listen, what if I told you to grab your pillow from your bed, or bring it in the car, we're gonna go on the highway, we're going 60 miles an hour, Daddy's gonna bring a knife, I'm gonna cut your pillow open, and we're gonna flow all the feathers out the window. And then I tell you, here's your job, go pick up every feather. And his eyes got big. He was like, I can't do that. I said, I know. I said, that's the same thing like our words. And I said, once they're out there, you can renounce curses, but they're still out there, right? And once you renounce it, okay, that's kind of taking it back and canceling the effect of your words. But we really got to be careful, and especially when you have a big call upon your life, you need to learn this lesson now. And he's like, oh, okay, let me get back to it. Let me get you to the verses that God led me to. There's actually two today. The first one comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, 17 through 20. And it says this: therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. All this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. That God was reconciling the world to himself in Christ, not counting people's sin against them, and he has committed to us the message of reconciliation. We are therefore Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making his appeal through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. All right, second verse comes from Ephesians 16, also 17 through 20. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of God. Okay. Verse 18, and pray in the spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people. Pray also for me that whenever I speak, words may be given to me so that I will fiercely make known the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains. Excuse me. Pray that I may declare it fearlessly as I should. And I find that very interesting. The word ambassador actually only comes up in those two spots of the NIV. I didn't do an exhaustive research of other versions, but the NIV is what I was in tonight. And it only comes up in those two spots. And then I looked up the definition of an ambassador, which I kind of had an idea of, okay? An ambassador is a diplomatic agent of the highest rank accredited to a foreign government or sovereign as the resident representative of his or own government. All right, now if you're a Christian, you are living in this world, but you are not of this world. We will one day return to our home, right? This world is not our home. Heaven is our home, right? And who do we serve? We serve King Jesus, right? We serve that kingdom. And in so doing so, Jesus and God has given us the authority to represent him in everything, to bring heaven down onto earth. That is a great power and responsibility, which is where I was getting with my son. And that is the reason our words are so vital and so very important. God spoke the earth into existence. God spoke me and you into existence. God spoke the animals, the trees into existence. But there's power of life and death in the tongue. We need to be very careful, okay? So my question to you tonight, in everything you do, in everything you say, are you being what is called a true ambassador? Okay, remember, the ambassador represents the authority figure. It could be a president, it could be a king, okay, but they represent them fully. You as an ambassador of Christ, are you representing the best of Christ, the best of God? Or are you giving Christ a black eye in your actions, in your words, in your deeds? Ponder this, okay? This is interesting. I'm going to keep on digging deeper into this. I hope it was a blessing. I hope it got you going. All right. We'll talk to you later. God bless.